Hey everyone, and thanks for joining me for another episode of Total Ramblings. This one is going to be another Lego review. At the time of recording, it's the 4th of August 2024. This isn't one of the sets that came out in the most recent wave a few days ago, but it is one that I picked up a couple of days ago. It is set 75378, the BARC Speeder Escape. So this is basically a depiction of Grogu with Keller and Beck, a couple of clone troopers, as they escape Order 66. And here's the speeder. On the top, we just have Keller and Beck. We've got some blurb on the side. We've got the speeder on this other side. And we've got blurb on the bottom. And on the back, we've got a serving suggestion, I suppose you might call it. I suspect this is going to be a very quick build. So without further ado, let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, we are done. Pretty quick build, as I thought. There were 3 bags in this set, all of them plastic, at least in my copy. Here is the instruction manual. Standard, white instruction manual for Star Wars. Nothing particularly special in here. Just kind of the usual fare. We've got Keller and Beck is the figure that's walking along, kind of giving us the timeline. There are 4 stickers in this set. Here is the sticker sheet, and I'll show you the stickers in just a sec. If you are interested, these are all the spare parts that are left over from the build. Quite a few, actually, considering how small this build is. We have a little side build. So if you recall, this action or this scene kind of takes place on one of the sort of landing pads of the Jedi Temple. So I can only assume this is like a lamppost or something. I don't know. It's been a while since I watched that particular episode. Right, let's have a look at the minifigs. Pretty standard Grogu to start with. I don't think there's anything particularly unusual about him. I think it's the same Grogu they do every time. So he's just in 2 pieces. So you've got the sort of baby torso, legs and hands, and then the sort of rubberized kind of Grogu head that goes on top. Just shift those out of the way there. So there is Grogu. We've got 2 clone troopers. These are 501st clone troopers. So kind of standard clone head. We've got a bit of leg printing, no dual faces. We've got some back printing and some very nice blue on the helmet. Let's just double check the other figure. It's basically identical. So they are the same because, of course, they're clones. And here is Keller and Beck. And he doesn't have a hairpiece, so he doesn't have more than 1 face. He's got some very nice printing here on his torso. Kind of, there's like a little pattern there. I don't know how well that's coming across on the camera, but that's quite cool. He's got some leg printing, and he's got a little bit of back printing as well. Again, with more of that sort of pattern kind of showing. Very nice cloth cape, very flexible. 2 lightsabers, 1 green and 1 blue. We also have here some studs for the stud shooters. But let's look at the main build. Here is the BARC speeder. with Grogu's little sort of pram thingy. So I'm going to show you this first of all. This actually can come off, and you get this 2x2 trans clear dish, and you can stick that on the bottom there, and the pram can kind of sit separately. So obviously Grogu can sit in the pram like so, and you're able to kind of play with that separately, or just have that kind of hovering there in the way that it did. Here is the speeder. So we've got a couple of stud shooters on the front here, standard kind of thing. The stickers, there's one sticker here, one sticker here, one sticker on the front of this section here, and got to remind myself where the last sticker was. Oh yeah, right there on the top of here. So you've got this kind of stripe effect kind of going around. We've got the sort of old-fashioned Lego ski pieces. There's 5 of those on this particular model. These are on click hinges. I don't think they're supposed to move like this, but you can take them off and just have the speeder on its own. Very long speeder though, I would say. Must be a swine to park. Anyway, I'm just going to clip this back on there. Put that back on there. And line that up. Take this bottom dish off, and then just push that back on there, and there we are. I'm not going to bother putting Keller and Beck on there because I can't be bothered. We've got trans clear sort of anti-stud sort of domes. I'm not actually sure what they're called, to be honest, to kind of enable it to slide along a carpet or a surface, and also kind of give the impression of it hovering. So yeah, a very, very long speeder. Kind of like the Cadillac of speeders, I suppose. But good for this figure, because I don't think we're ever going to see this figure again. More Jedi is always good. I used to collect clone sets and clone troopers, but I haven't done so for years. So I'll be honest with you, I nearly didn't buy this set, but I kind of have a thing of where it's not official because I don't have the huge Razor Crest, but I kind of like Grogu, and I buy all the sets with Grogu in. And that's kind of the reason I bought this, to be honest with you. It's my sort of Star Wars collecting tends to be the Imperial era. So we're talking original trilogy. I don't do the Disney films. I don't have a single set from the Disney films. I've got a couple of First Order Stormtroopers, but I think they came in advent calendars. But I don't buy Disney sets. The Rogue One I'll buy because that's within the era that I'm interested in, which is the Imperial era. And I used to do prequel era, but not anymore. This to me counts as prequel, although it was in, one of the more recent shows, but essentially not really within my kind of realm of interest anymore. So interesting to get a couple of clones after so many years. But yeah, there you go. Look, I hope you very much enjoyed this very short Lego Star Wars review. Please join me for more, and thank you very much for joining me and enjoying and hopefully liking this episode of Total Ramblings. Thank you. Bye-bye.
If you enjoy what I do here, although I can't think why, please remember to click the like button, smash that subscribe button, and hit the bell icon to be notified whenever I post a new video. You might also want to check out my website, www.worldsbestestpoet.com, if you fancy a laugh.